gabi po sa inyo. Nandito na naman tayo. At saka, Jonathan, bago tayo magpatuloy, ang title ng heading mo dyan, mali yun. Ang litrang, 2 litra na yan, hindi maganda. Ayusin mo yun. Kaya, papatuloy tayo sa ating programa. Magandang gabi at sa inyong lahat na nakikinig. Tayo ang magbigay na ating kuro-kuro at opinyon ng bawat isa sa atin kung ano man ang pangyayari sa ating paligid, lalo-lalo na sa ating komunidad. Ang interesting nito, habang ito'y nangyayari ang pandemic sa buong mundo, ang Filipino nakakaimbento ng bagong salita at hinahangaan ng lahat. Hindi bago, pero matagal ng salita pero hindi masyadong gamit. At saka ito ang salitang pantry. Hinangaan ng ibang komunidad, ibang nasyon na sa Pilipinas lang nagkaroon ng kaugnayan, samahan at tulungan. Kaya ito'y nagbunga ng pagkajilos ng gobyerno para ba silang nasasapawan ang pakaramdam nila. At kahit lahat na paraan para mahinto ito, pero nandoon na ang lahat at wala na silang magawa. Kaya inakusahan ng iba, may funding daw sana ibang pwersa laban sa gobyerno. Pero ang mga tao mismo ang makapagsalita niyan. Kasi pag ikaw ay medyo dihado, gagamit ka ng paraan para mapansin ka rin. Pero ang salita ni Napoleon is very clear. The best defense is offense. So, bago makaangat ang kalaban mo para magdepensa, naunahan mo na. Pero that is not the case in our place. So, kahit ginagawa yan, kasi ang tao talaga gutom, nangangailangan kulang sa subsistence, sa kabubuhay ng bawat isa, karamihan dahil sa sitwasyon sa pandemic na ito. Sana mag-unawaan tayo, intindihin ang bawat kapanig na kailangan natin magtulungan talaga sa ganitong sitwasyon sa ating buhay, sa okasyon nitong worldwide pandemic. Sa ngayon, dahil sa kunting may utak, gagawa ng paraan para makatulong. Okay, hindi nga sila masyadong mayaman, pero Pilipino talagang maunawain, makapagbigayan at tawag natin, talagang kilala tayo sa tawag na bayanihan. So, doon tayo sikat kahit na isusubo mo lang ang ikaw nga sa Pilipino, hatiin mo pa para sa kapwa mo tao dahil sa siya nagugutom. Which is very commendable. Sa ibang lahi hindi natin makita yan. Kahit ang bahay natin, isang kwarto lang. Pag mabisita tayo, bibigay pa natin ang ating tulugan para lang sa mabigay sa ating bisita. Iyon ang tunay na Pilipino. Hanggat maaari, huwag na tayo magsiraan. Ngayon ay oras sa panawagan na magtulungan. Kasi ang pagtulong sa ayaw mo't hindi, yan ay isang kaligayahan. Pagpagaan ng mundo, pagpagaan ng kalooban, at ikaw mismo na nagbigay, pasalamatan ka mat hindi, ikaw ay nasiyahan na dahil sa may kaya ka pang magbigay ng kahit konti o anuman mayroon ka para itulong sa ating kababayan. Yan ang tema ng usapan ngayong panahon dahil sa kailangan magtulungan. Kahit hindi na kailangan maging mayaman para tumulong. Makatulong ka kahit sa anong paraan, sa pagdasal, sa pagbigay ng ngiti at pagsaklulo, sa pagbuhat, pagtindig, kahit na wala kang ibigay, pero pag ang taong nadapa na natulungan mo tumayo, hindi na niya kailangan magsalita ng salamat sa pagtingin sa iyo at ngumiti, sapat na yon. Yan ang kaginawahan at kagaanan ng kalooban ng taong mapagbigay, makapagtulungan. Tayo sana bilang Kristiyano, gampanan natin ang ating tungkulin. Hindi tayo nabubuhay para sa ating sarili lang. Pero ngayon tayo balik sa community natin. So much for the soul searching. But pagdating sa FAMAS, dahil sa pag sinabi mo ikaw Pilipino, so membro ka ng Filipino community. Ang Filipino Community Organization ay FAMAS. Kasi pag may kaso ka or anything, may activity ka or anything that pagkaalam ng ibang hindi Pilipino, ikaw ay membro ng FAMAS. Kasi ang FAMAS ang bilang Filipino Association. Kasi sa ayaw mo't hindi, sabihin mo ako, hindi na kumakain ng bagong dahil sa matagal na ako rito, mga 3 taon na ako rito, kaya hindi na ako nagsasalita ng Tagalog. Yes, hindi lang kahapon ako rito. hindi lang 10 tao ang nasa lubong ko diyan. Kasi matagal na siya rito, 3 taon na, kaya hindi na siya nagsasalita ng Tagalog. So, okay, pagbigyan mo 'yon kasi hindi ka na kailangan. Kung ikaw mismo makarinig niyan, mag-argue ka pa ba siya? Magdebate ka pa? So, blessed is poor in spirit and there's heaven.
Maganda yun Baka yung Pedro naging Pierre.
Okay, so let's welcome Pastor. Good evening. How are you, Rao?
Good evening. I like your intro. Very touching. Right into the heart. Bayanihan. And I believe because yun ang talagang espiritu natin. Maraming salamat, Jonathan, at saka lahat yung nagsusupport sa inyong community radio program. Ito ay mahalaga sa ating komunidad at sa lahat na nakikinig, lalo na kasi kung walang makikinig, bali wala yung programa natin. Saludo tayo sa lahat ng mga kababayan natin na interesado sa ating mga issues at please, gaya ng sinasabi nila June at saka ni Jonathan at si Tata Bert, please send your comments, mga issues na medyo alanganin o kaya your support na positive para ma-encourage naman ang producer at saka yung mga tumatawag para tuloy ang ligaya natin. Yung mga napag-uusapan natin na mga problema, okay lang yan. At kaya nga may mga problema tayo para mabigyan natin ng solution by the grace of the Lord. At saka yung mga wisdom na meron din kami counting nalalaman sa mga nangyayari dito sa ating komunidad. Kaya kung anuman ang makakaya namin, lalo na kay Bert, ay buhos ibibigay namin ang puso na nalalaman namin as far as the history of the Filipino community here in Montreal. Maraming salamat sa programang ito.
Yeah, I second the motion that Pastor, because this show is not to lambast or dissect or to criticize people. We are here to accept the the shortcomings, if we could correct, we have to make the correction instead of ridiculing or uh, despising him because he's wrong. Who wants to be wrong? So it's
Amen.
just his shortcomings. So you have to understand. So please, let's stop that because I made a mistake. So you have to broadcast that I made a mistake. What will you get from that? Are you perfect? So even then you are perfect. Still, some correction could still find on your an individual of us. So let's forgive and forget and understand our individuality. We are not that genius. Everybody is just starting learning from day to day. We of course we tumble mistakes and corrections, but we have to accept it. So when somebody make the correction, so thank him. At least somebody is listening to you. Because if nobody will comment also of your mistakes, that means nobody is listening. So every criticism, of course, uh, educational criticism will help us improve ourselves, not only me or you, but the whole community as well. And we will be living in a harmonious community because of understanding and forgiveness. Okay, let's go back. Pastor, that your request for the tenure of the officers of the heritage, uh, I have to explain to you that up to now, we don't have the final constitution yet. We are still on the steps of
Ah,
rebuilding. But
okay.
because the registration is still incomplete until such time that we will be reaching all the requirements of an organization. So,
Okay. Thank you for the update. That means the heritage doesn't have a constitution and therefore it hasn't received any patent from the Quebec government.
yeah, and I can add to you that so far, Montreal Heritage is quite ahead of every heritage organization here in Canada. It was manifested by Marvin Rotran that Toronto, which is the largest but still envy how progressive the organization of heritage here in Montreal. We have accomplished so much already, and we are already in the process of the big celebration of the year, which is June. So we have the dry run of events. Of course, to support that the activities, we have to make a souvenir program wherein we could make a little cash for the subsistence and maintenance and whatever expenditure that we'll be facing of. So far, we still need the help of the whole community to to hand in us that all activities is not for the heritage organization only, it is for the whole community. Likewise, like FAMAS, which will be having the flag raising, so we will encourage everybody that should join FAMAS because we cannot organize Philippine Independence Day. Uh, each organization will have its own flag raising. We will only have one flag raising. Hopefully, the other organization will likewise observe simultaneously or at the same day and at the same hour if possible, so that the organizational celebration of our country will be simultaneously celebrated by all organization, not necessarily only FAMAS. If you are on the West Island, if you cannot join FAMAS, celebrate your occasion at the same hour and same day. What could you add, Pastor?
Uh, well, first, we should congratulate yung mga tumutulong, those who are dedicated in the good spirit of contributing to the heritage, history, heritage, yung mga lahat ng mga activities. And so we'll have to pray that sooner or later there has to be a formal organization. Otherwise, um, the, the problem of my observation, this is my personal observation. Um, if there are so-called officers, there should be a formal organization. Otherwise, they should not be called officers. They should be called ad hoc committee. An pagka sinabi mong may officers, it has to be a formal organization. Pagka sinabi mong committee, uh, it's not a formal organization.
Just
So that it
temporary.
can still function as um, a semi quasi organization, but there should be no title of president or chairman.
Yeah, I assure you that we are working hard in order to reach that stage that we will be fully organized organization. Otherwise, even the government, the funding will not be released to you until you are a legitimate organization.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's a very good observation
yeah.
because um, in order to apply for grants, which is very important, especially to run and operate non-profit organizations such as most of our Filipino organizations, especially the Filipino heritage, should qualify for government grants. And there are grants, federal, provincial, including municipal, when you have the political personality of an organization, especially qualifying as a non-profit organization or a charitable organization.
Yeah, partially we have that, and but of course, as you said, that we are not legitimate because it's not fully uh, organized until such time that we have the registered constitution that would be called ourselves as an organized organization.
I'm very impressed that even without the formality, uh, you the heritage is able to accomplish many things, and with the blessings of Marvin, who seems to be like the godfather of the Filipino community.
Yeah.
Saludo
You
tayo
should
kay
hear,
Marvin.
you should hear when they dissect me last Wednesday or Tuesday, that
Okay.
every details. So I gave them the yes or no, and but I told them that whatever I know, it's up for you to accept or reject. Because if you, I know little, and your little knowledge also, if you add together, we could be going something. So everybody is amenable because that's what I appreciate on the heritage officers. Be, almost everybody is young and energetic, and nobody complains, and those who are always outspoken could always monopolize the floor, but the chairman is very keen enough that he see to it that all members are participating in any discussion. If they could just say yes or no, it's good enough. If they cannot say nothing, so long as they are there and nodding their head and smiling and joining the laughter, that means the organization is alive. So for now, maybe someday we will be reaching to that real organization that everybody will be debating in every issues and every field of endeavor that we will be encountering. But for now, we are satisfied for that, and we hope that we will be developing something else further, and because the grant for the seniors, like the computers literacy, we have that every year. So that means for the 3 years consecutive, we have that program, and there are some graduate seniors that they before nobody touches about the laptop, and but now almost seniors have their laptop, so
Yes,
the Zoom meeting is quite easy now.
very good. Yes.
That is the progress so far, being seniors. So,
Very
any
good.
subjects you'd like to discuss? I
Yes,
think the community
good
would like
evening,
to
Pastor
participate.
Tata Bert.
I'm waiting somebody would speak up also, not only to I'm monopolizing the talk, but you are all here. But speak up, please. Okay.
Tata Bert,
Yes.
so reason why na nilagay ang FAMAS scandal na yan,
Ah,
kasi gusto natin matuldukan at hindi na maulit at naghahanap tayo ng kasagutan at kalinawan kung ano ang totoo.
Eh,
Kasi
eh,
hangga't walang humaharap at nagsasalita, iskandal yan. Hangga't walang
Amen.
nagpapaliwanag, hindi malilinis ang community natin kung lahat pagtatakpan ninyo ang mga ginagawa nila. Hindi
no, hindi
puwede
ko
sa akin yung
nagtitipid
forget,
dyan.
forgive.
Kasi that's derogatory, and it could be libelous.
Kasi lalong gagawin yan, eh, kung gano'n na forget and forget tayo, eh. Hindi puwede yun.
Unless na sagutin mo ako, you are ready.
Ready, oo. Ready natin
Okay.
silang ano, kaya nga nagpoprograma tayo kasi hinihimok natin ang mga community na makialam at magtanong kung anong totoo para
Yeah.
sumagot sila habang buhay pa. Kasi kung walang kalinawan 'yan at dadalhin 'yan sa hukay, kahit sino ang tatanungin mo at sino magsasalita is going to be scandal hangga't walang paliwanag at hindi nalilinis sa side nila,
Totoo yan. Amen.
okay? So, para sa akin, hindi puwede sa akin yung ano na forget and forgive kasi gagawin na naman 'yan. Ang next na generation ang magiging kawawa. 'Yun ang ano lang, welcome naman sila magpaliwanag, Kaya nga, base sa last na usapan natin, nandiyan si pastor para kasi ako mismo maghahabol. Bilang isang miyembro, gusto kong maliwanagan at tutulong si pastor na gagawa ng sulat para magkaroon ng linaw na sagot. Kasi kung puro tsismis lang, baka tama sila, mali ako, 'di ba, pastor?
A very good observation. And I have been praying because yung uh, you the idea of going to court should be the last resort. Now, because sa korte, kahit na nanalo, damage pa rin ang community. So, my prayer suggestion, and I'm sure you will agree, na ang settlement of any problem or all problems should be mutually resolved. Gaya nung sinasabi mo, para mahinto yung chismis at yung sinasabi ni Jonathan na kailangan masolba itong problema para hindi na maglala. And and the best that I can see, and I would suggest and I pray yung mga involved nakikinig that they should cooperate in a mutual spirit and get in touch with Jonathan, get in touch with Tata Bert, get in touch with me, and everyone concerned in a positive spirit para hindi na magsakitan ng loob, hindi na magsakitan ng kung ano-ano pang mangyayari at ang madadamay actually in the end ang komunidad. Pero kaya yung sinasabi ni Jonathan na para mahinto, kailangan mapaliwanagan yung mga involved, please come out to the open and help the situation. If you are involved, please help solve the situation. Kayo lamang ang mga makakasolba. Me, I don't know anything. It's an eye-opener for me. And as much as I would help, as much as I would like to help, I can only help when there is transparency and honesty. Para wala na yung madadala, wala na yung magbibintangan, si ganito, si ganito. No, let's open, and by opening, kung let's say one make a mistakes, like sabi ni Tata Bert kanina, no one is perfect. Kahit na ang pangalan mo perfecto.
Kaya nga, agree ako. Pero merong mga pangyayari na sila lang yung makakasagot. Kasi sa mata ko at sa mata ng iba ay yung sagot iba. Iba yung nakita ko, iba yung nakita ng iba. So mas maganda yung merong paliwanag, nandyan yung paperworks at malinis. Okay? Tapos kung sino nagkamali, hihingi ng sorry para ma-acknowledge
Very
na
clear.
kung
Amen.
ginawa man in purpose or hindi.
Amen.
Yeah, for me, I would suggest a demand letter because verbally, they will answer you verbally. We cannot dissect what they are saying because when it is in writing, at least you are reading the viable evidence that what's what and what's happening.
Yun na nga eh.
Whatever we want to know, it has to be in writing.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's why ngayon nandito si Pastor para to guide me na kaya tayo nagdi-discuss para kung sinong gustong may concern sa community na nanonood ay sasama sa discussion at mapag-usapan kung ano ang ilalagay sa sulat at kung anong gagawin. Kasi bilang si Pastor isang eksperto sa paggawa ng sulat, sa paglikha ng liham na maayos, hindi katulad ko na hindi marunong magsulat. Okay?
I think not only 10 times na binanggit ko yan. You have a complaint, put that in writing. Otherwise, come forward to FAMAS meeting and attend and present your side, present your argument, present your question. If you are be barking, as what I've been saying, if you are barking and Tim Horton about FAMAS, Tim Horton will not answer you about FAMAS. So if you have complaint about FAMAS, go forward, attend to their meeting, join the discussion, and put that in writing, registered it for their acknowledgement that they received your complaint. And then the next step will be done accordingly to what you are requesting.
Okay.
So everybody is being complaining that what's that FAMAS? What is that FAMAS there? Did you formally complain? Because FAMAS, they could always have an alibi. Oh, we are just volunteers. But if you don't go volunteer, there's somebody else who is liable, who is capable, could do an answering the question. Being a volunteer is not the answer. You accept the job responsibility, you will be responsible for it.
Exactly.
So, Pastor, kumusta yung ano, yung sinuggest ko sa'yo last time na susulat tayo sa FAMAS para magkaroon ng linaw?
Well, I'll be glad to help, but I cannot draw the the demand letter. I can only edit it because I don't know all the facts. I can help assist formulate the letter once you have specified all the details of the issue. I'll be glad to help edit and finalize it. So I would suggest that maybe you and Bert can formula for of formalize the letter. You formulate it, and I can help go over it, puntos ng puntos, and you can start it to whom it may concern. So you say with due respect and without prejudice.
Okay.
Nandyan na lahat.
Okay. Now, Tata Bert, kumusta yung presidente ng FAMAS ngayon?
Well, at
Nag-report na?
least here, because they have each officer has a day of obligation of staying in the building from maybe 10 o'clock to 5 or 4 sometimes. The Romeo is always present during his day because he is on duty on Thursday.
Thursday
Thursday,
nandoon siya.
every Thursday. Sometimes not even Thursday,
Anong oras siya
almost
nandoon
every
pag
day.
Tuesday?
So long as he's day off or have a time, he's always passing there so far because they always may see me there. So that's the only person. So it's very almost every day, and also Lorenza. Joseph is making his duty hour on Friday. Mercy Monday and Tuesday, and Francis on Thursday also on Friday. Yeah. So far, almost every day there is always somebody accompanying me there. But of course, they don't answer the phone. I'm always the one to answer the phone. I was able to discuss that the requirements of the Iglesia ni Cristo.
Anong
Okay,
balita sa Iglesia ni Cristo?
okay. The Iglesia ni Cristo wrote a letter or a phone or visited the place that if they could cooperate with FAMAS that because the Iglesia ni Cristo is in celebration of their anniversary of their kingdom or organization or the religion, so they are giving some goods. Okay, we could also, they will be having a pantry for community pantry because they would like to be noticed also besides maybe because of also of good heart and or generosity that they would like to extend their blessings to the community. So well, I'm really enthusiastic about it, but uh, I said it all depends on the executive board because they are the one
That's
running
right.
the building.
That's right.
So we have to wait for the decision. So when they know these things, they have to make, they have to meet and discuss to agree or disagree. So we will wait for the result. I was expecting, in fact, that he will be because I'm working too fast. That in fact, I invited him already, John, to be guest here to explain further about the project, but. I found out this afternoon that the executive board had not met yet. So no decision yet. So he cannot come. So is not make any discussions yet until it's got approval from the executive board. So in my second thought that this community pantry might have an effect like what happened in the Philippines. Poor organizers there are being lobbied by something else. So I hope this will not happen here. That is one thing that FAMAS is very cautious because they don't want that the community center to be used as a tool for the recruitment or for propaganda to whatever it is. Anything could happen. So that's why they are still very cautious to make a response to the request. Hopefully, next week we'll find out what will be the result, what either yes or no, or any compromise situation. So for now, because the only need on my apprehension that all they need is just recipient for the dole out goodies, but the executive board are too advanced in thinking of something else that they might be afraid that FAMAS might be used for propaganda or promotion of other sect, which
Yung
is
Tata Bert, palagi naman yan sa PAMAS yang Iglesia ni Cristo,
yeah,
nung
but this is a different case. So they have to discuss case by case. You cannot just put them there and say because it happens. Because Pamas last year, maybe it's a different situation now. So let's get the doubts on the sides, and then if it is needed that the community has to rally, why being selective? That's another thing.
okay. So
Okay,
ang
Pastor.
plano nila ay mamigay sila ng ayuda kagaya ng
Yes,
usually na ginagawa
yeah.
nila.
They have also they already told me the plan that PAMAS has to provide let us say 15 people every hour because we cannot make a big crowd in front of the building that might caught an attention and be some questions. So they are asking if we could make the list of the recipient, calling them, assign
Ang
them
tawag po diyan
that will be
nila,
bending to.
humanitarian aid. Ang tawag nila diyan ay humanitarian aid. Lagi naman lang ginagawa yan kahit saan-saan, eh.
Yes. But yes, ginagawa nyo, pero every year is different situation. Likewise, different officers. So that's why. So it cannot cannot just be a routine because every year, every term there is a new set of officers, so different management,
Pero believe ako, Tata Bert, kasi gano'n pala kabilis mag-recruit ng
membership.
relihiyon, gano'n pala kabilis. Mamigay lang pala ng mare-recruit na. Agree ka ba, Pastor?
There you go.
Pastor?
There you got the answer.
Pastor,
Well, yes.
mamimigay lang, mare-recruit na?
Kailangan, we have to be very careful. Like we're talking about FAMAS, but that's their own discretion. And again, I go back to the Constitution. If it is going to support a particular group, religious group, it has to dapat talaga may transparency na you favor one, you have to favor everyone. Hindi pwede yung isa lang.
Di ba, ang PAMAS naman kasi open naman sa lahat ng yan, ng gustong makipag-coordinate sa kanila.
Well, that's
Except
why
na lang kung sasabihin mo, Pastor, na pwede ba akong mag-recruit, which is pupunta ka doon at sasabihin mong sumali ka sa amin. Wala naman siguro silang ganung sasabihin. Ang purpose nila ay mamigay ng kanilang yaman, kanilang mamahagi ng kanilang ayuda, kanilang sobra na na tinago, ibibigay sa mga walang tinago. Di ba ganun lang naman ang purpose?
Because created mind will ask you why.
Maganda. Maganda. Pag may tutulong, bibigyan ng kulay. Pero kung ikakabubuti sa lahat, hindi papansinin.
My neutral observation, thank you for asking, is if they are going to use FAMAS as a distribution center, it should be a
Mali ba
no-no.
yun, Pastor?
Mali, they should do it independently on their own. Not use, they have their
Yun
own.
yung yun yung opinion mo. Yun yung o ba o
Exactly.
yun yung tinatawag na moral, tamang moral.
Yes. Why would like a church organization, just like you mentioned, use the FAMAS for what purpose? There's a reasoning behind it. They can do it independently without FAMAS. But again, that's the discretion na yan ng FAMAS executive. So, thank you. Meron akong observation because for a month now that I have been privileged, blessed to participate with you with your program, and we have been talking about mostly FAMAS. Our time is 90% FAMAS. May I suggest, I don't know if you have already invited the president or officers para sila naman ang magsalita.
Yan ang gagawin natin next week, Pastor.
Please, yes. And then, thank you. When you invite them, they can always say yes or no. But I pray that they will para hindi naman nila masabi na pinagchichismis sila at wala sang oportunidad to come public. Kaya ang lalabas nun, tayo masama. So let's...
Pakigawa mo nga ako ng letter, Pastor, para ma-address sa President.
Okay, well,
I-grammar mo.
invitation?
Yes, na na ma-interview siya. Mailahad niya kung anong plano niya. Anong mga ginagawa niya na improvement.
You see, you have the idea and I don't have.
Paano ba 'yon? I-layout niyo na iniimbitahan natin siya sa programa para
Yeah, just make it simple. Just make it simple. And then nasa sa kanya na pagsagot niya sa iyo kung ano ang detalyo. So that means yung objective mo to invite is to invite him and participate in the program and openly discuss with the community. Period. In general. Make it simple. Make it simple. At kung sasagot siya, kung ano ang mga topics, you can identify mga topics. And then sabihin na lang na we can discuss it openly sa program na lang para malaman lahat ng ating mga members. I'm concerned about the members, sabihin mo lang. Sabihin natin. Now, in my case, because I don't know all the cases, I can only listen and give general advice, and my best participation is in accordance to the Constitution, period.
Okay. So beside that, Tata Bert, ano pang bago na itong linggo na to sa community? Besides sa Iglesia ni Cristo.
So far, that is the most interesting happened this week for in FAMAS, the invitation of Iglesia ni Cristo to share their goodies to the membership. That all they need is just the recipient for their goodies. So I am very enthusiastic about it because some communities are die hard looking for food for only handouts, but Filipinos have always receiving a lot of these handouts. This coming from the Jews, from the Greeks, from the Jews mostly, and even other, even from Vietnamese, they also give us. So Filipinos are always the best recipient because they say that Filipinos are very thankful. They appreciate what they give because even they have already, but if you give them, they will not just throw it and there, but they say to it that they keep it. But they could throw it when you're not looking because they don't need it. But at least it's not an insult to the one who gave the gift, which is they always appreciate the Filipinos. In fact, as I've said before, that new word or old word has to come up. That the word pantry is really appreciated not only in our community, even here in Canada, even here in Montreal. For the first time that they heard about the pantry and everybody is following it and everybody is praising how generous Filipinos are. So maybe that's the quality of us. We are very humble in sharing, sympathize, and loving.
Excuse me, sino ang kung susulat si Jonathan, I'll help. Sino ang president ng FAMAS, please?
Romeo Rehimio.
Romeo Remigio.
Ayun. Ayun.
Okay.
Romeo Remigio.
Anong title niya? President, Chairman of the Executive, or what?
He is the president.
Current
Supposed to be
president.
supposed to be 2019 and 2021.
Okay, thank you for the update. So,
So
I will
the term will be expiring in the next 3 months.
I'll try and draft a letter of invitation on behalf of CPRM
Yes.
to participate in our program as a special guest, period. And then, kung anong detalye yung gusto niya, basta just generalize na we have the honor to invite you as our special guest on kailan program kamo?
The next Friday, Pastor.
Friday, next Friday.
Yes.
Anong ang petsa
Today
sa
is the
Friday?
23 next.
30?
Next
23 tayo nga.
Friday
Ay,
is
30.
30 April.
30 years.
30.
At
April 30.
at 8 p.m.
Yes.
April 30, 8 p.m.
8 p.m. CPRM. Okay, and so CPRM will invite as special guest. Okay, I'll draft. Anong email mo, no, Jonathan, please?
I'll text it to you, Pastor.
Yeah, text mo, please. Don't announce it. You text it, please.
Nandyan naman sa para madali, i-email ko lang sa iyo.
Yes, please. I'll draft
Ay,
it
text pala.
and I'll send it to you tomorrow, Lord's willing. Very simple, one or two sentences lang. And then pag bumalik siya kung ano bang issue na niya, basta lang natin na special guest for the community.
Pwede ba nating sabihin na magbigay siya ng update at mga plano? O topic is like magbigay siya ng update at plano sa community kung ano ang agenda niya.
Okay. Well, I'll draft and then you edit it kung anong talagang gusto
Okay.
mo details.
Okay.
Okay, I'll draft you. But the idea, the spirit is to invite him as a special guest for the community program.
Okay, just Jonathan, dagdag mo lang, please include your calendar of the year, calendar of events for your
Calendar.
term.
Calendar. Calendar daw,
calendar of
Pastor.
events and your term.
Very good. Oo. Have you, may I ask, naimbita na ba ninyo yan siya dati? Nakaparticipate na ba siya?
Not my knowledge, Pastor.
Okay. Very good. Any of the other officers that been in your program previously?
Pandemic is not an answer. Pandemic is not the answer. Be creative.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll hope for the best. He could always say yes or no, but we hope he will cooperate in a good spirit. Yan ang tinatawag natin na transparency. Transparency is equivalent to honesty.
Okay.
Hindi magkakamali yan. Just like I'm impressed with your program because
Because you're not writing for yourself, but on behalf of.
Well, we're talking here on behalf of the community. I have no personal interest.
Tama.
Each one of us, wala tayong personal interest. We are,
Hindi naman natin tinatanong yung personal na life, di ba?
No.
no, we're talking here in the spirit of for and on behalf of the Filipino community.
Because when you run for elective office, you have no privacy.
Of course, that's true.
You are a public property.
Well, we'll hope for the best for next Friday para yung audience, they will be able to participate and hopefully they will have an opportunity to ask questions and
Pwede bang
make
sabihin, Pastor, sa email? Pwede bang sabihin sa sulat na kung hindi siya aatin ay magpadala siya ng representative, spokesperson, abogado, spokesperson niya or abogado niya or sinong gusto niyang ipadala kung hindi niya kayang magsalita?
Or make it simpler in place of.
Well, I'll send you yung aking general idea and then
No,
you
understood na bahala na siya. Kung hindi siya, she could always send a representative.
Okay.
yeah, wag na sa natin sabihin ano kasi that could be an excuse. Wag natin i-mention to send a representative. Basta siya lang ang special guest.
Okay.
Understood na yun.
Mag-design.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so far so good. I think I believe that we're hopeful that they'll cooperate and he will come and open up, and that would be the best solution para mabigyan ng opportunity to truly inform the community na tayo kasi we don't have the answers. We are only able to ask questions. They
Right.
have the solutions.
Because it may be very awkward if both parties will be present on the same occasion.
Which party is this?
The one they are accusing that there is no turnover.
Wala naman, umpisahan natin sa pagpapakilala niya, anong plano niya, and then sa susunod,
Yeah, maybe.
we will
Yeah,
discuss yung
one at
internal
a time.
problem.
Yeah. One at a time para hindi
Pakilala mo na siya, kung gusto niya magpakilala. Tapos,
Excuse me.
pagkatapos noon, schedule
Excuse-
natin yung internal problem.
Yeah, because
Okay, but
that's the
you
best
think
opportunity for him to uh, encourage the community to work behind him to support his activities if it is worth supporting.
there you go. Uh-uh.
Okay.
We'll pray that he will come clean and appeal for help. Yung nga sinasabi ko palagi, pagka man-made problem and 99.9 problems all over the world, including families, we author them, we make our own problems. And there is always a solution, especially when you have a good spirit, honest. Let's boil down to a family. Para ba yung ang FAMAS is like a family household. Kung sino ang may responsibilidad, he has to talk and open up. And then within a few minutes or 24 hours, masolve lahat yan. That should be, FAMAS should be a family affair. Agree?
Okay.
Para yung napag-usapan natin last week na mga legality, mga ano, we put that in the back burner. Para yun ay,
Oh, tanungin natin siya kung anong plano niya.
there you go. Let's give him the window of opportunity to open up, inform the community, at kung talagang ano ang programa nila. Yun, yung calendar na sinasabi nyo, that's very legitimate question. Maganda
Yeah,
yun.
because if there's a calendar of events, we could also refer to other organizations that there will be no repetitions.
Oh, there
There's
you
no
go.
duplicating. So
Now,
at
that's
least
where,
they must know
maganda
the
yun.
activities of one organization. So to just to emphasize that the community would like to have no duplication or repetition of the event, which put up something new of interest.
Maganda yun, Bert.
Yeah,
That should be the role of the
yeah,
heritage. That should be the role of the Montreal Heritage to inform, update lahat ng mga organizations, yung mga activities para walang duplication. It's a lot of waste of time and money yung mga duplications.
yeah. And I have to say this again, Pastor, because just like the Independence Day celebration, one corner is celebrating at the Mackenzie King Park, other parties are celebrating on their backyard. It's
Excuse me.
laughable, but it happened.
Excuse my, I didn't mean the sarcastic laugh, pero may I ask, hindi ba maganda yung ginagawa noon ni James? Hindi ba
Hmm.
continuous yun?
That's why it's the role of the media to coordinate that everything will be shared and participation by every Filipino when it is national celebration, particularly national celebration. It has to be one because national is one. So I think we have a very fruitful night because before we go on, I would like also to uh, give thanks to the people listed here who are hopefully they are listening or watching us at least of course we have to thank the Canadian Pinoy Radio Montreal, ako si Bibang and the Esperanza Ventires and then Chinchang, ako si Bibang again. TC143, yeah, there, thank you, and bye 68. Okay, hello, Madam Stacy. Chinchang, Canadian Pinoy Radio, and then CG is here. TC143. Okay, by AD Fulgencio. Oh, that's a good one. Chinsang, TC143, and Jello. Okay, Jello, welcome and thank you for your attendance. And bye. Hello, Eddie Fergoncio. Okay, okay. And then Joy29. CG is here again. And then 143 Chinsang. Okay, these are all repetition, but thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience and come up. Sometimes speak something. Maybe come up and open your voice. Okay, you agree or disagree. We'd like to hear your voice. Okay, your closing, Pastor.
Well, thank you very much. And on behalf of CPRM and the producers, especially yung kay Jonathan and June, on
Okay.
their behalf and all yung mga ating listeners, let's give full support dito sa ating heritage, Montreal Heritage, especially in preparation sa ating celebration sa June. And we call all the respectable, very respectable Filipino organizations, bago man o pinakamatagal na Filipino organization in Montreal, please, in one spirit ng bayanihan, tulungan natin ang ating komunidad in one spirit, and please avoid yung mga duplication para mas masaya tayo, and you know who will be the beneficiary? Tayo, and we will be proud to share yung celebration sa ating mga kaibigan, lalo na yung mga non-Filipinos. And we can invite them with pride, with gladness of heart, yung ating mga friends, mga other ethnic communities, and we should open our invitation for them. We pray na yung pandemic, yung restrictions will kind of open more or less para hopefully meron na tayong mga mga gathering. I'll share you my excitement. For the first week that I've been watching worldwide tennis in Barcelona, they have opened and ang dami na yung mga nag-a-attend ng sports event. While last week, doon sa Monte Carlo, walang audience. So let's pray that we will have an opening of community gatherings on time for our heritage celebration. Maraming salamat, maraming gabi. The Lord bless sa lahat.
Mabuhay
Mabuhay! Mabuhay
ang
tayo!
TV
Mabuhay!
Pinoy.
Salamat Jonathan, salamat June, salamat
Okay.
Salamat, Jonathan.
salamat sa
Make
mga
sure that
nakikinig.
on Wednesday I have the audio, a perfect condition of my Zoom. Because I
Okay.
will be talking a lot again and heritage because we are having another dry run to finalize the celebration this coming June. And we
Okay.
will have a big celebration. Hopefully, everything will go fine and according to plan because we got funding on this and we'll be sharing to all participants. Thank
Very
you
good.
and good evening.
Good evening. Maraming salamat
Okay.
sa
Bye-bye.
lahat. Bye.